let's start out at the beginning. What do you do? There's a lot of thought and work out there about 3-act structure and the act structure, et cetera, et cetera. And in the very beginning of a movie, you can throw all that out. It's not really about that sort of thing. It's really about, it tends to be about human curiosity. Can you come up with a puzzle? Can you come up with some interesting image or some line of dialogue or something that is puzzling? It leaves a gap in our understanding and makes us wonder what the answer is. And people, many times the common wisdom was, you got to hook an audience, a reader, in the first 10 pages of your screenplay. Okay, you got to hook them by the first 10 pages. And I always felt that there's no reason why you can't hook them on the first page. All you have to do is raise a question in the reader's mind on the first page, and then promise them an answer on page 2. Yeah, okay, I'll turn the page. Implicitly, you'll get an answer. And then on page 2, you get the answer, but then there's maybe a couple more questions raised. And then you want to find out, and you keep turning, and then once you're in there, you're hooked. So the reader's hooked. So generally, you'll see we'll begin with some kind of puzzle, something that intrigues us. Possibly the main character, but not always, is involved in that. And then as the answers come, you can get start to get to know a person, usually the classical formulation. You see oftentimes somebody struggling to try to get something, and then they get it. We don't really know them yet, but we start to develop a sense of connection with a character. And that, if we're looking at a main character hooked in the first part of the page, introduced early in this film, they're not always that way, but often.
If you were interested in storytelling, you may also like our new book, Story Questions, the sponsor of today's video. It's a story tool that offers you over 1,500 story questions that you can use as story prompts. It's packed with over 40 categories, so whether you are in the brainstorming stages, developing characters, dialogue, or rewriting, it can help you at every stage of the writing process. Think about this statement. Most powerful stories are just great answers to strong questions. We've linked up to story questions in the information section below.